as it is the Leona. We did see that lesson is taken away, as I would kind of love that. Although I do think that the buffs to Camille are not on this patch, on 15, where she does actually get a very meaningful buff. Gets a lot more damage on her autos within her Hextech ultimatum. Not going to be the case that it will just be Cassante, and I don't know why I got excited. What will it be? We didn't consider Nico. Nocturne Nico. Not fun.
Yeah, that sounds like another pretty decent combination, and now it sort of makes sense as to why DRX didn't immediately lock in the Xerath, right? Because Nico, Xerath, and Ahri, all very understandable synergies with this Nocturne. And so Satab's like, well, I got 3 champs I can play. They can't ban them all. They definitely can't pick it.
This is a really good gank timer, though, because Frog's wave is pushing away from him. And you know that the enemy jungler is probably on bot side, given that he started on your camps. Doesn't look like they are going to go for the angle, though. Frog is still positioning pretty defensively.
Yeah, he's going to have to keep doing so, though, because you can see Humbug. He's ready. And as soon as Frog presses that E button, you best believe
he's holding on to it.
And he absolutely is. Was moving down, thinking about going for a little bit of a ward, and that is not going to work out. Slice dice, and he's going to be absolutely fine. Absolutely beautiful.
Wonderful.
It's great to see you. Great to have you here. And if you are going to go to bed, just know that the VOD will be here when you wake up somewhere.
This isn't one of those Challengers days where we could say, oh yeah, if you wake up, we'll probably still be here.
No. And if DRX continue to play as aggressively as they have been, as Humbug is able to secure his big popcorn chicken,
there won't be an opportunity. Ooh, Humbug snuck in between, but they know.
Yep, Sponge is going to move in, gets the fear down onto Humbug here, who decides he needs to cease and desist, but that is still a Pop Blossom. That should be a dead Vi as the flash comes over. Sponge trying to survive, but it's not going to work. Pleta has already quickness, though, and he dives forward. Feisty going to die. And now Satab looking for the secondary kill onto Wei here at the same time. And by second, I mean third. As DRX, they answer back beautifully. Pleta just seems to be everywhere he needs to be today.
That's not looking too bad.
And I feel like this Rakan is really demonstrating how well it fits into these compositions as well. We saw it represented last time around as well, as I cast a curse the heck out of Pleta there.
Nice.
My apologies, but it's fine. I think he's still proved his point, even though he is now very, very dead. And so DRX, where they're going to strike next, I think is going to tell us a lot. As Wei moving on over, and Satab might actually just be able to take this?
Yeah,
surely not.
I mean, Sponge is covering for him as well.
I
do understand. Are we going to have another?
I've seen this before.
This has happened already.
Humbug is going to be avoided as Pop Blossom does come down. Humbug is likely to be just dead as... Oh, he flashes away. That is going to be the 1-for-1. Both junglers now being taken down. Feisty a fair bit of damage there, but he gets snared.
So I do think it makes sense. It just still, it always hurts me.
Yeah.
The crown just never sparks that much joy.
It's not very inspiring, as Pop Blossom is going to come through, but the flash comes out from Feisty to mitigate it. Still, you'd take that R button for flash trade for DRX. Nothing to worry about here if you are KT. Still, Humbug is on the prowl. Frog going to move up. Satab in position, very close to having that ultimate back available. And so KT, they will back away. 19 seconds on this Mountain Drake.
Yeah, that's the main thing. This is nicely done, but I like the call from DRX here, because I think getting yourself the soul point on a Mountain Drake way more valuable than Satab. They don't know.
Oh, does find a massive snare as Hype is very close to just dead.
That's
Drake. If he had ult, then he'd just be able to kill him. But like you say, should just be Dragon.
Yeah. And it's also, again, cognizant of the fact that if Satab goes in there, and there's a Zair, there is a Feather Storm, like you can end up going down, and that will lose you your objective. Instead, they get it, and
Yeah, Paranoia going to come down. Pleta has found another victim here as the Pop Blossom comes in, and that is a dead Leona. Oh, wow. You can't exactly be the Queen of the Sun if it's just nighttime all the time.
If there's no sun. Yeah. No, doesn't work. But the Mountain, for me, weighs very heavily. I think Mountain Soul is so incredibly obnoxious to play into. His Dogdom might be in trouble.
Does have Arcane Shift available, and the cleanse. The Cease and Desist is going to do some weird stuff after the Arcane Shift. Still,
the TP.
True Shot Barrage comes down, and in goes Sponge. Pop Blossom finds all three as Hype Feather Storms, and Dogdom just puts him down. That is going to be the Vi falling as well, and there is no way out. Oh, that unfortunate naming there, as DRX are now looking for the Baron.
And DRX set up a trap, then used the ultimate. Initially, it looks
Feisty.
like they are only trying to keep Duckdom safe. Crown procced.
Yeah, that is not the real Satab, having a bit of a
Oh,
spin there. As Sponge looking to try and escape. Exactly, perfect, going to be moving on over. Thankfully, there is a bouncer frog as a crocodile. It's very strange.
KT feels like a Hail Mary. I do quite like it, TP coming in from Frog.
We've seen this one before, though. Let's see whether DRX do have the answer. Here's the paranoia. There's the dive in. Somehow it's Ezreal that takes away the Baron. But KT, can you actually win the fight? Frog goes golden, and the Phalanx has been set up. Hype is going to be able to take that first kill, as they're not able to take down the real Satab. The fake one gets obliterated. Still,
they got the Nash,
DRX
though.
just get the Baron, and Pletter is still looking for more. They want to stop some backs here. They will be able to do so. Humbug in trouble is perfect, looking to fight this one out. Feisty moving on over, but Humbug is already dead, and Doctarm is kind of a raid boss right now. He's just auto-attacking. Pletter is gonna survive. What is this play? What has he been eating today, man? Like, Pletter is just an absolute monster. I mean, it's 2 items already completed here for Sponge. And we're not even anywhere near the conversation about something like a GA for Humbug to allow him to go in more aggressively.
I don't know. Satab will eventually get spotted by some of these wards, but might be too late at that.
Oh man, if he can actually get around here, he is in
They
the
don't know.
form
They don't
of
know.
the Sponges. There's the paranoia. He's able to pop blossom his way forward. Doesn't exactly hit everyone, but that snare, absolutely massive. Pletter gets into the backline to try and save them as well, as Hype is doing decent work here. Satab goes golden. Hype, can you actually win out the fight? The answer is no. And now Frog's moving over to look for Wei and Humbug. Feisty already dead. The damage is now gone. The Baron is alive, but they don't have a lot of damage here in order to take that one down, and no jungler. They're not going to risk it for the moment. So many shenanigans are possible here for KT, though, as they do have the paranoia up. They have the Pop Blossom. They have everything available. Satab is a secondary blender Nocturne waiting in this brush. Now going to be moving away. Pletter,
Crown procced.
decent angle here as well. He can get over that wall very effectively. And KT, they're holding on to aggro right now, of course. Perfect can tank it for quite some time. DRX, you can see like this shape splitter, everything like that as they dive on forward. Here's the paranoia now as well. Featherstorm already used. As into the backline goes Pletter. Does get the quickness down, but Hype is already dead. Feisty going to follow. It's a double for Satab. Perfect going to be wiped the floor off, and that is a double for the Crocodile as well. DRX, they need no Elder to win this game. They'll just march down the mid lane.
Oh, DRX able to get the value out of their Mountain Soul there. And KT, the unfortunate issue with this comp is if you're the one pulling the trigger, it's not going to work out. See it there as well. They try and hard force. Wei goes in deep, but they're not really in a position to try and play the slow game, right? They're going to get poked down eventually. And DRX are going to go up 2-0, defeated faces on the side of KT.
I have to say, though, I was so impressed by how DRX played that game. Also, probably one of the more impressive Ezreal picks that we've seen so far this season. And that is in both leagues. What you need in order to allow the Nocturne to come in as well. I actually think that like these Nocturne compositions with the pick-based mid laner, they benefit so much from having the Rakan there. So hats off to Pletter and how incredibly well he played, enabling both Doctarm and Satab to get everything done that they wanted. It's just kind of nutty that DRX are winning so handily in this series. I said it before, like you can understand why a 3-0 is something to be expected, but I didn't know whether it was actually going to happen. And he picks it up. He was just, man, he was so good. And almost keeps it binary as well. Needed one less assist because you saw his stats earlier on. He was like 11, 10, and like 100. One
vote diff with mid 80 carry. That's perfect. Perfect votes.
Yep, I like it. I almost Satabbed actually. That could have pushed it over the line, but I think that this is justice being served right here.
I'm glad. Sometimes, you know, I tell you my vote and you're like, Chronic, my man, what are you doing?
Well, sometimes you hipster it, but like this was based. This was actually
it.
This was it.